And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Welcome to Alaska Weather. I'm meteorologist Peter Chand, coming to you from the National Weather Service in Alaska region on this Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. And across Alaska, the main weather feature of import out in the western portion of the state is an Arctic front, and it does have some areas of light to moderate snow along it. And so portions of eastern Norton Sound down in the lower middle Yukon Valley are picking up this snow. It could add up to several inches by the time things let up later Sunday into early Monday. And then along the Panhandle, another area of low pressure in front will be rotating through there Sunday, Monday. So we could see some more rain and snow there, and even a winter weather advisory has been issued now for the area around White Pass above Skagway on the Klondike Highway. There is a potential for a strong geomagnetic storm and enhanced northern lights possible tonight into Sunday morning, as there is a potential arrival of a stronger coronal mass ejection expected as we go through tonight and into the day on Sunday. It still looks, though, like we're going to see below normal temperatures here to end out the month of March and to start out at least early April. So Wales, out there through the Bering Strait, has sunny skies, cold temperatures, 6 below zero as of mid-afternoon. Shaktoolik, a little farther east, is seeing that light snow and some fog, 2 degrees. And the area of Shaktoolik is under a winter weather advisory, at least into Sunday morning, because of these periods of light to occasionally moderate snow. Meanwhile, the lower Mat-Su Valley, Wasilla, Palmer, mostly sunny, 46 degrees this Saturday afternoon, very feeling spring-like there. Heidelberg in the southern panhandle, overcast skies, 44 degrees, and more rain will be moving in there as we go through tonight and especially Sunday into Monday. So on the warning watch advisory list here, we have a winter weather advisory for the area around eastern Norton Sound from Golovin through Koyuk and then down Shaktoolik to Unalakleet and Stebbins. Snowfall amounts locally as much as 4 to 8 inches of snow could fall through Sunday in this area. The lower middle Yukon Valley from Emonic and Hooper Bay upstream through Russian Mission, Anvik, all the way up to Kaltag and Ruby could also pick up several inches of snow, not quite as much as along the east side there of Norton Sound. But then we have the winter weather advisory that's in effect for Sunday afternoon into Monday morning for that area of the Klondike Highway in the vicinity of White Pass. 3 to maybe as much as 6 inches of snow could fall in that time frame as we have another front work its way northward across the Panhandle, and that'll bring rain and snow, especially to the mid-upper elevations of the coastal mountains. And here's the latest update concerning river breakup for the spring of 2025. It still looks like for interior areas above average potential for river breakup there, Yukon, Tanana, Koyukuk, and some North Slope basins due to higher than normal snowpack. They got a lot of snow up there across the interior this winter. There is a below average potential for river breakup to be an issue. The lower Yukon, much of the Kuskokwim River basins, and most of South Central, just due to the fact it was a relatively mild winter with lower than normal snowpack. The only exception, though, here, there is an elevated threat of some flooding at the Kanatok River there at Quinhagat due to there was that midwinter thaw that happened in January, and it caused some ice jam flooding, and then that ice jam froze back up. So the question is, will this area of the Kuskokwim Bay area to the east, will that melt out quickly or more gradually this spring? So that is very dependent upon what kind of temperatures we get here latter half of April into the first half of May. In the meantime, though, here comes the next surge of moisture northward with the next low in front that'll pull across the Panhandle as we go through tonight and into Sunday and Monday. There's a low south of Kodiak Island, southeast of the Alaska Peninsula down here. That'll keep some showers of rain and snow going Kodiak Island, and then way out to the west. We have weak system that's out in the Bering, has some snow showers with it. As that drops southeastward tonight, the Pribilovs, St. George and St. Paul will pick up some snow showers. The air is quite cold. We have this Arctic front, this stationary Arctic front, and to the west of it we have sub-zero temperatures. So it'll be very cold down there along the Chukchi Sea coast through the Bering Strait, including St. Lawrence, Nunavik Island, and areas of the YK Delta saw temperatures below zero this morning. The coldest of the air is out here over eastern Russia, and that's actually going to be shunted southward. So that push of colder air will continue Sunday and into early Monday, all the way down across the eastern Aleutians and the lower portion of the Alaska Peninsula. As we get into Sunday afternoon, this frontal boundary pushes up into the Panhandle with some more rain and snow. That's why there's that winter weather advisory for White Pass for 3 to 6 inches of snow. And then back to the west, we have that low southeast of Kodiak Island. We'll just have a little moisture feed, keeping those rain and snow showers going in that location. And then still along this stalled out Arctic front, there will be some areas of light to occasionally moderate snow along the western mainland and coast. By Monday afternoon, we still have low pressure southeast of Kodiak Island, just southwest of the Gulf. And again, as these spokes of energy rotate around, it may bring some enhancement to rain or snow showers, especially along the Gulf Coast and areas of the Panhandle. And by the time we get into Tuesday, we find just another weak area of low pressure just off of the Panhandle coast there, keeping that threat of some rain and snow showers going. Still some lingering rain, snow showers, Kodiak Island, Shelikof Strait back here through the upper portion of the Alaska Peninsula. And then this front and low pressure pushing across the Bering will have a tendency to weaken as we head through the early week with this little ridge of high pressure up there through the Bering Strait, as well as extending into northwest Canada. So relatively quiet and dry conditions will prevail there across the central northern interior. So lows tonight still chilly, not as cold as they have been, but below zero for the north slope, Arctic coast, especially slopes here, the southern slopes, eastern area of the Yukon Flats, and then out here, look at 12 below at forecasted low for Wales, 8 below at Savunga, even some single digit readings above or below zero down here all the way into the YK Deltas, 20 degrees over at St. Paul, and then below freezing all the way down here across the Aleutian chain. And then for Sunday afternoon, we're going to get high temperatures still back up around or just above 40. Anchorage Bowl could be again back up in the mid 40s. Homer and Palmer, Talkeetna 41. And we could see temperatures in the 40s across the southern and outer Panhandle. Daytime highs could stay just below zero there at the Bering Strait around Wales and Teller, and just above freezing at Dutch Harbor. And then for Monday morning, again, lows generally below zero, north slope along the Arctic coast, the western Seward Peninsula, extending down into the lower Yukon and Kuskokwim basins, including Bethel. And then on over here toward the east, we find temperatures still above freezing through the middle and lower Panhandle, and near freezing, say at Kodiak City, but otherwise still cooling off at night across south central. Kind of the time of year you got to be careful for those slippery walkways, parking lots, because things refreeze at night, even though you get temperatures around or above 40 in the day. For Monday afternoon, high temperatures will be in the 40s, maybe even flirting with 50 at Klawock or at Craig. As we go back here through south central along Cook Inlet, western Kenai areas around the Anchorage Bowl, Mat-Su Valley could still see a number of temperatures at or a bit above 40. And then as we look to the north, readings in the single digits above or below zero, north slope and along the Arctic coast. Still highs only near zero, Shishmaref on over to Wales. And even cold temperatures prevail, because that cold air is going to plunge all the way across the eastern Aleutians and the Alaska Peninsula here to start the week. And here's the extended temperature outlook, the 8 to 14 day outlook, taking us as far as 2 weeks in advance, but I think it's noteworthy that we're not looking for any real big warm-ups. Sure, you can get clear skies and get temperatures up near 40 where there's no snow on the ground, but the overall theme is that we're going to see temperatures average below normal for the end of March and into the first week there of April, with the greatest anomaly centered along the either side of the Alaska range from Fairbanks to just north there of Anchorage. But overall, the mainland experiencing cooler than normal temperatures, and that would extend down into especially the northern Panhandle and into northern half of the Alaska Peninsula. And looking at the precipitation, there may be a potential for above normal precipitation across the central and northern interior and areas along the Arctic coast, with perhaps near normal precipitation in the Panhandle, across the Kenai Peninsula, Prince William Sound, and then a little below normal temperature March 30th through April 5th, extending down along the Alaska Peninsula into the eastern Aleutians.